Oh, hi. Sorry, didn't see you there. Um, I'm just playing around with one of my projects. I originally wanted to show off my few different projects and then decide on one project I will work on. But since only 2 people are here and the notifications take ages to be seen, I cannot really ask other people's opinion because there's no one here. Yay! This project here is some kind of strategy game, first person mix at the moment. I can click somewhere and then fall into a hole. Yay. Please. This is a worker and hopefully it will, now it will work. We'll walk back to the base and then deposit the stones it mined. But the lighting is off and the textures are not showing. Have to look up the textures. My beard? What's with my beard? Is it scaring people off? Or am I mumbling? It says no dropped frames, 60 FPS, and everything is in the green on OBS. Not sure what the problem might be there. Strange. Yeah, must be Twitch. Okay, I hope now I have textures on it. Ah, much better. They look horrible, but they are textures. Now I get a warning high encoding on OBS, but there are no dropped frames and stuff like that. I will check out my settings. Okay, I lowered the bitrate and maybe it'll work better now. Not sure. Yep, okay. Let's talk a bit about this project here. I wanted to make a Minecraft clone in Unity, like everyone else, but I thought about not just doing simple Minecraft thingy, but do kind of strategy game where you have your base, this ugly looking thing here, and then you can order in mining robots that mine the blocks under them, and then they will bring back the mined blocks to the base, and you can use them to build more buildings and stuff like that. At the moment it's in first person mode, but I will switch it at some point to be an overlook camera and make a real strategy game. But the problem is that if I do an overlook camera, I can't go into caves and stuff like that, so I'm not sure how to proceed in that direction. But basically it works now that I can click somewhere, then this other cylinder will come down, which is mining robot. Every time I move, it generates new blocks. And now it should be trying to mine. And then we'll bring the resources mined back to the base. Let's put a few more down. And for some reason they are not picking up blocks and are not working right. Damn it. There might be something wrong with that. It worked earlier, I don't know what, but it's totally unoptimized at the moment, and every time I move the frames drop to 1 or 2 because it's generating new geometry. Yeah. When they land, they have a red light, and then they mine blocks, show a green light, and then you can see it has mined 10 blocks down. If it could do that, and there was a cave 5 blocks down, so I have only, only 5 blocks in my inventory in the upper left corner. And the cool thing is that I can jump on it and it will transport me to the base when it is ready and moving back to the base. But that's all I have for now. It's really rudimentary. I'm not doing anything at the moment. It's the auto miner that's moving me over to the base. And now it despawned. And there's another hole here, and I fell into it. Nice, yeah. Now I'm trapped. Because the player cannot mine at the moment, so I'm trapped and I have to restart. But that's more or less the whole game. Yeah, that's one of the projects I worked on. It's really simple at the moment, but I thought it was a cool idea to have resources mined from the world and really taken out of the world. And Minecraft blocks are suited for that, so at some point I want to have it smooth, with smooth terrain and stuff like that, but I couldn't figure out the Martin cube algorithms, and I had problems with optimization with blocks, so I stopped at some point and shifted my attention to other projects. And one of them is this. Load it up. During my time at game design school, I worked on different student projects, and in my final semester I worked on a adventure toolkit, some editor extensions for Unity, and one of them is a dialogue tree editor that I built. Yeah, optimization is always a problem with procedural terrain. Because it always generates new blocks and stuff like that. I have to find the right balance of pre-generated terrain and then create terrain on the fly when I need it, stuff like that. But at the moment it's just that project and playing around with it. And this one, like I said, is I built this node editor for dialogue, and then I had some item editor, well, not really an editor, but just item inspector that I built. You can set up items and then some classes that take them. And in about 2 or 3 months at the end, I started to build a game. To test out my progress and stuff like that, and then let me start that up. It's a point-and-click adventure game. I think. Oh, damn, that doesn't work. Everything doesn't work. Nice. Always kills my build settings. I don't know why. This damage should work. Yes. This is the old Unity OnGUI system that is generated in code. One good thing about it is that I can resize the windows without problem, and then click through here. And then this is the game, point-and-click adventure game. No, I didn't make the UI. It's standard free asset on the asset store. Necromancer UI, I think, is the name. I just looked okay, and I tried to work with it, and it seemed fine. Some of the icons, like this die here, friend of mine made, fellow student at the school I was studying at. The premise of this game is that you are a pen and paper role player that was transported into the world instead of his character, and you have to find a way to get back. And the character that is in here at the moment is looks a bit like me, but I'm no 3D artist, so it looks a bit strange at some points. The hands are off and stuff like that. But you can interact with all the objects. Try to take them, and there's a narrator in the game that comments your actions and stuff like that, and if you try to talk to the bread, he says it's stupid to do that and it ignores you. You can take it and then have it in your inventory. Breadcrumbs, and then get information about it. Stuff like that. At the moment I'm trying to convert the UI into the new Unity UI, but I have problems with it because it's not that dynamic and doesn't work for my dialogue system, so I have to change my dialogue system, and then I have to redo the textures and all that stuff because it looks a bit yeah, I don't know. Just doesn't look right for me. Okay, bye. Sleep well.